Hello everyone, welcome back to my astrology channel. So in today's video, I will be talking about the Gemini moon signs. So if your moon is placed in the sign Gemini, then this video is for you. So let's begin. So first up is moon. What is moon? So moon is, for me, I think it's the most important planet in astrology and the most important placement in your birth chart. So it's important to look at your moon if you're looking at what is your general life orientation. Moon represents your mind, it represents your emotion, it represents your inner conflict, how you react to things, what is your attitude and behavior towards just life situations and relationship. Now, what is Gemini? So Gemini is the third sign of the zodiac and it corresponds to the third house in your birth chart. So Gemini sign is an air sign and it is of mutable modality. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication and of wittiness and conversation and mental agility and just lots of connection through communication and information. It's a very curious, logical and calculative sign. It is very good in numbers. Gemini moon sign people, or Gemini just generally, whether it's your sun or rising, Gemini people are very good in numbers. They have got very good memory power and they can really do well in studies and education where there's numbers involved, accounting, mathematics. They're good at that. Now, moon in Gemini is very good in communication, and the way to connect with a Gemini is through conversation because they are very communication led. Their emotional safety and security and their mental safety and security comes through once they have communicated their feelings and think whatever they're thinking about. So Geminis tend to have a lot of people around them. They're surrounded with lots of acquaintances. They may not have many solid relationship or friendships, but they have many people around because they're very talkative and they're very good at conversation. And if they're able to gel well with you on their mental wavelength and they're able to click with you on the basis of information exchange and communication, then it's an absolutely easygoing and friendly sign to be around with. Now, Gemini is a very curious and full of ideas and a very creative sign because it's ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the god of communication. It's a quick-witted god of communication. And it's also the messenger god. Mercury is synonymous to Hermes, and they are god of communication and messenger. And they are very information based. So Gemini takes these qualities from their ruling planet, and they're very much led by these qualities of Mercury. They're very curious, very logical. They love to learn. They love to communicate. They are also very changeable in their mind. They're very fickle because they are constantly moving from one subject to another. They can be very restless as well. So the main purpose for a moon in Gemini is that they are exchanging information, and the information needs to be exchanged quick and fast. If the conversation leads to a slowness or to boredom, they will switch off, and because they need continuous stimulation, intellectual stimulation, and they don't much connect to the emotional side of things, or in fact you can say their way of communicating to the emotional side is through exchange of ideas and communication. So moon in Gemini is a dual sign. It's a mutable sign and it's got two sides to it. So it manifests itself in by changing and by spontaneity. So Gemini person is naturally very spontaneous and moves around fast, and their mind thinks fast, and they move from one topic to another quite fast because they can't stick to one topic for long. Because the reason being is because it's the sign itself. Gemini is mutable. They are flexible. They are changeable. They are. There's almost a sort of a nervous energy around them when you're dealing with a Gemini moon, because they are very quick and their brain, their nervous system, the way the connection is, it works very fast. And that sometimes what happens is that can lead to anxiety and panic attacks and just nervousness. So if a Gemini moon gets impatient in a situation where the other person is not at their wavelength, you can see almost a sort of impatience and nervous energy around them. They can be prone to anxiety as well due to that. Now, they are very witty and they feel very safe when they're communicating and talking it out. But moon here can also lead to sometime a reduced sense of judgment or forming quick impression about others. And though they are very their brain is very brilliant, they can be prone to superficiality. So they can be, because they are making judgments quite fast and based on surface value or the face value of the people, because they can be idealistic and probably are reflecting their own ideas and what they feel onto others. So if the person is on their same wavelength, then well and good. If not, then they get very impatient and they can move away from, without going deeper into understanding the person on emotional level. So a Gemini moon thrives a lot on information and exchange of ideas, and they're very curious and they are always wanting to learn new things and they're always wanting to know what's the next thing. So all this can sometimes lead to lack of focus and frustration if things are not moving at the same speed as they would like. Now, they're very intelligent people and they're very mentally switched on, but sometimes they can, because they are prone to being scattered and delving in too many things or dabbling in too many things at the same time, they can turn out to be master of jack of all trade and master of none. So they have interest in a lot of things, but they never really delve deeper and really go deep into a subject. So it's important to try to focus on something that you enjoy, something that you love and you're passionate about, and maybe understand that on a deeper level than just on a surface and superficial level. Now, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is about your intellect and your mind. So they are very much attracted to people where there is an intellectual interaction more than physical attraction, and they may not connect with the other person on emotional level, but if they connect on a more intellectual and communication based level, then that works for them, and that's the kind of people they like to go for or form relationships. They like to make friends with people they can have good communication with, rather than, and also quick exchange of information. So this constant need for communication and information exchange and ideas exchange can lead to a restless mind. And what happens is when you're a restless mind and you're constantly researching and searching for more information in whatever subject you are interested in, and what happens is sometimes they are prone to sleeplessness and insomnia. So Moon and Gemini people, because they constantly want this mental stimulation, whether it's through communication, whether it's through reading, or whether just information exchange, they can ignore their well-being on a wholesome level, in terms of they are ignoring their sleep patterns and all that. And so it's very important to take care of your well-being as well. Information and all that is fantastic, but don't let it affect your sleep. Now, what works for people who are suffering from insomnia or sleeplessness is music and any kind of sound, maybe nature sound or waterfall or river stream flowing sound. These kind of sound really relaxes them and it probably helps them sleep better. Now, in a nutshell, I would say the Moon and Gemini people are very social, very communicative. They're always moving around and they're always looking for the next thing. And their restlessness in terms of the physicality and mentality, everything leads to them constantly moving and exploring new horizons. Thank you for watching this Moon and Gemini sign video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found some value and in my content, and I hope you can use it to understand a Moon and Gemini person better. Thank you very much, and please do like and subscribe my video and my channel. Thank you very much.